All right, guys. Welcome to another. I don't know what this is. I don't know what to call. I don't know how to intro a video where I don't say "all right, guys" and I go like, "We're watching our channel fall apart." I don't know. That's really morbid.
Oh my gosh!
All right, restart now.
Turning our eyes to the future.
For real.
Reacting to the future of white noise.
Yeah, exactly. No, so I mean, like I said, we were gonna do a video together, kind of like properly sending off the channel and proving to you all that your conspiracy theories are wrong. We do, in fact,
We love each other.
actually not hate each other, as shocking as that may be to
Secretly,
a large portion of our fans, apparently. So yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna do kind of like we really don't know what we're doing with this video. We're gonna do like a final kind of Q&A sort of thing and just talk about stuff and then talk about where everybody's going and what the plans are, I suppose, for the future. So I suppose we will start out here with the first question. Do you guys remember what your first video either watching or reacting to on the channel was? I'm trying to remember. I wrote these questions down incredibly quickly driving over here to film, so I have not thought of any of these questions.
This will be a lot harder for you because, like, Haley and I just have to look back a year. We're like, what happened last year?
Well, what's the first video you guys watched though? So that's what I was thinking.
I
right?
know
Is it was
exactly
like, okay, we did
what
the first
video.
video we filmed.
Haley
Okay.
knows.
I know exactly what video it was. It was your reaction to the guy who didn't like musicals, the Star Kid musical.
Oh, that's right.
Because I was like in a Star Kid phase. How long ago was it? A couple of years ago. I'm still in my Star Kid phase. But you guys were like one of the only channels that was reacting to them. And
Wait, so were you like looking up? Like I always wonder.
I think I
Like,
looked up.
are people like Googling like reactions to these like niche things, or does it just
Yeah, of
pop up?
course.
randomly?
Yeah, I think I wasn't necessarily looking up like guy who didn't like a musical reaction. It just popped up because I was watching the musical so much. And then I was like, oh my gosh. And it was like, you know, an hour, however long it was, and it was the whole musical.
Yeah.
And I was so excited.
Sure. That's
I'll be honest.
I do remember watching.
Probably the
Those are great.
same probably similar for me because I
Star
was really
Kid?
into Guy Who Didn't Like Musical when it came out. And I do remember seeing those videos of yours. But if not that, then definitely Harry Potter because
Mhm.
who
Yeah.
wasn't here for it? We love Harry Potter. Everyone loves Harry Potter.
Those videos, I look back at those videos recently and I was like, these were filmed so incredibly badly and the audio was so terrible. I don't know why anyone watched them. Oh my gosh. Do you remember we held the mic up for the first reaction we ever did? Because we
Yes.
didn't have a mic.
Wow.
Yes, I remember that.
And we held it the whole video in the middle.
Goodness.
For a Harry Potter film?
No,
a
for Star
long
Wars,
time.
right?
Oh,
Didn't we both do it?
I think so.
I think, yeah. Because I remember there being tons of comments being like, wow, like Nobu holding up that one guy with the arm strength holding up the freaking mic
For
the whole
2
time.
I remember
hours.
that.
Oh my gosh.
And then you were complaining because you were like holding up, like they didn't notice that you were holding it up too.
Yeah, like I did it in like a smaller video, so everybody was like, "What is wrong with James?" Like
Yeah.
making him hold the mic the whole video, and I was like, "We're just alternating." I didn't know. Do you remember do you remember the first video?
I don't really remember our first video.
First
I
reaction
feel like
video?
it was like a
Wasn't it
no.
Star Wars?
I feel like it was Star Wars.
That's when we just talking about it. And we were like, "Oh my gosh, you've never seen Star Wars?"
Yeah. Because I remember you did a reaction first, like to like a smaller thing or something like that.
I did a reaction. I think the first reaction I ever did was it was like really niche. And it was the first time I was like, wow, that did over like 6 views.
Mhm.
This could be something. And it was to this like, I think Lily James was in it. It was a trailer and it was to this like really, really bad, low budget I want to say it was like post-apocalyptic movie based on a book or something. Like one of these like really
just
like super
roasting
small.
this movie.
I don't know. Maybe it's a good movie. I have no idea. I just remember like doing a reaction to it because I forget even why when this was like a podcast and being like, no, this is not like, I guess my thought was it's not like a mainstream thing at all. And it's still being like, oh, wow, this got like 20 views, which at the time was like mind blowing. Like this is incredible. And then, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
I guess we did Star
Wars.
Wars.
Yeah.
It's so hard to kind of like remember. Like There's been
I
so
don't
many
remember.
reactions.
Mhm.
So many movies.
So
even just like
many.
just being here a year,
Yeah.
I'm like, we've watched
So
so
many.
much stuff. And
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
goodness, because like I really like watching movies, and this gives me so much more to talk about. People will like name movies, and I'll be like, I watched that. I've seen this.
Mhm.
I love it.
Yeah.
Though at the same
Yeah.
time, not going to theaters was like you had to be the lame guy, being like, "No, I'm okay. I would not like to go see Top Gun Maverick in theaters, even though that would be really great.
Oh yeah.
I don't want." So I mean,
There's a lot of those times.
I just watched Godzilla in theaters, and I was so excited. I haven't been to the theaters in like 3 years. I was like, "This is great. This is freaking awesome." Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. I guess the next question would be like a favorite memory. I don't know. Doesn't have to be
Favorite
like
memory?
the
Okay.
favorite memory, so that you're not like, "Oh, you don't remember the time I complimented you on your hat and you
Yeah.
didn't say that in the video." I don't know.
That's hard.
Ooh.
I have a
There are.
really bad
There's a
memory.
lot.
I was to say, there's just so many. Like, I can't name a specific video. There are some like particular movies that were really fun to watch, but honestly, doing like we did over a year ago now, we did this like the live stream that failed epically.
The live
that.
stream that
Just-
never could.
the live stream that could not.
Oh my
That
Yeah.
truly
gosh.
could not, and it's still up. And
Mhm.
that was like, I think doing that and kind of being able to interact with people in live, like in real time, and see the support coming in, even though we had just started on the channel, was really like, I think that was probably the first moment where I was like, oh, I could like potentially do this and really enjoy it and get a lot out of it for a long time. Like, it was just, I was just so shocked that people cared that we were there.
Yeah, same, bro. Like that's what I think all the time.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No, it's weird. You don't think of like, I don't know. It's really easy. And it's not like I mean, I think the same thing happens. The same thing definitely happens on the reverse end. But like, it's hard to think about like the subscribers as like people, because
Yes.
the people don't comment a lot. Like, right. There's like, the comment to like subscriber ratio is, I don't know, like
Yeah.
30%, 20, like something like
Mhm.
that. Right. So it's like, you don't really like conceptualize the idea of whatever,
Every single
270,000 people or
person.
something. Like, you don't think of that as 270,000 people. So then it's weird when somebody's like, "Oh my gosh, you helped me get through this breakup," or like something
Yeah.
crazy like
Yeah.
that. You're just like, "Oh, that is like I ran into somebody at the grocery store the other day, and they were like staring at me, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I might like watch White Noise Reacts."
Oh
And I
my
was like, "This is and they were like being all like awkward, and I was like, "Dude, this is weirder for me than this for you, I promise."
Truly.
Like, this is so strange. I just came here to get hummus. like, yeah, I don't know, dude. I've tried to think. We did a lot. I think it's really funny, like the janky stuff that like I look back on now and I'm like, why did we like how did we were uploading a video every single day. And I do not actually know how we did that. I think they're probably really badly edited too, but still, we were uploading a video every single day. And we had like do you remember the mirror that we had?
Yeah.
Because we were just filming on an iPhone. So we had to set up a mirror behind the iPhone to make
That's
sure it was still
What
filming.
my
Because
setup looks like right now.
see,
I have a mirror behind my phone.
but then we couldn't find a small mirror. We just
Mine is
had
an
to buy
mine
one.
is an
So we
eyeshadow
had like
palette.
a giant like hallway mirror like stuck behind this little like iPhone to set it up.
Guys, come on, we're pros here.
We're pro. We are
We're in
pro
the business.
professionals.
Yeah. You should see our setup now.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not that much. We got a
Yikes.
fan blowing on the camera so it doesn't overheat.
Talk about a laundry thing. Like, oh. I have to like dump my laundry.
We're just like, I was just like, we're revealing all our deepest,
I know.
darkest secrets.
Well, because it looks so like, oh, that's really professional. And it's like,
not
You
really.
literally just
Sort
see
of.
a screen. It's
You
I
do what
just
you
heard
can.
it.
That's the truth.
Yeah. No, I remember editing the Snyder Cut.
Oh,
Yikes.
And
That's like 4
was
hours.
hell. Because also my computer was I didn't have a good computer to edit. So I remember like having to edit 4 hours on a computer that was like, the fan was louder than the video playing because it was like trying not to overheat.
Mhm.
And then it would get to the point where you would get into it in the Premiere timeline and Premiere just wouldn't even play the video anymore.
yeah.
Like it just would get overloaded. like 20 minutes into this 4-hour thing.
And that's what we were trying to get that up quick, right?
We did. We ended up getting it up quick because that was one of our big that was like a big breakout video because it was during COVID, so it came out at midnight. And we watched it at midnight, and then we got it up quickly, which was like a big deal.
Oh my gosh.
You watched it at midnight?
That's a 4-hour movie.
Oh yeah, we didn't sleep, or at least I didn't sleep. I don't remember what
Listen,
happened,
they're
but I remember
determined.
watching it and then just editing till like 11 a.m.
And I actually I really like that movie.
It was a great movie. But I do remember getting to like the end credit scene and it was like Joker or whatever, and just being like, I love this movie, Zach, but like I don't care. Just end the movie. I gotta edit this for like 10 hours afterwards. Just end it. Be done. Your universe is not even happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I don't
Right.
know. I think some of my like favorite moments were kind of like live stream stuff too.
Mm.
Live streams were fun. They were scary. I don't know why live streams are scary, but they are.
Really
Because
scary.
if you mess up, you can't
Yeah.
edit it out. It's just there forever.
Yeah.
All those people
And it's
watching
not
will
even-
see it happen in
you
real
just
time.
feel like it. It's something about like because of that, it just makes you more nervous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and also you're interacting with people. Like it's not the same as like reacting. You know what I'm saying? You're
No.
actually like people are there and you can see them talk live. So it's like
We
I don't
did
know. It
some
feels
weird
really
live streams too. Remember when we did all those like? Remember we
Yeah.
did the whole like Lord of the Rings like role playing like
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
game.
those,
Oh my gosh, I forgot about. Yeah,
This
dude,
was before
we had
our
this
time.
whole thing. Like my brother came up with this whole game, and we didn't even know about it. So he designed this whole game that we had to like play live, where we had to like choose different options, and then it would like result in these different like scenarios that we had to do.
Choose your own
We had to
adventure.
do these like dances and like, oh my gosh, yeah, that was crazy.
That was funny.
I just remember that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
Do you guys have any like?
Wait, what about?
Well,
Oh yeah, Haley.
okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think honestly, like some of my favorite memories is doing Twilight with all of you.
Oh dude,
Yeah.
Those were so much fun because they were, they're so
Those were
bad in
fun.
such a fun
these
way.
movies were so bad.
I remember
But
that.
like also because, I have never really been on camera ever before this. And like, y'all had been reacting for a while. Stella is an actor, So I like those first few reactions when it was like just me and Stella, I don't know if you can tell, but I was so uncomfortable. Like I was so hyper aware of the camera. And then when we did those
Gotcha.
Twilight
I feel like it just didn't come
reactions,
through at all.
it was like, oh, I totally forgot about the camera because I was watching a movie with my friends and we were like, making fun of it. And it was really fun. Like,
That was the first group reaction we did, wasn't it?
mhm. I think it was.
Because I remember being like, "This is way too hard to pull off because we're not all in the same place, and it's going to be weird." But then it ended up working out,
Yeah.
yeah.
which is
that's-
crazy.
Well, that's cool that you felt more like comfortable like reacting
Yeah,
to stuff
I think-
with other people.
It is kind of crazy. Maybe this is going to be like a crazy secret to drop on the channel, but I've never met any of you guys in real life.
Yeah, none of us.
Ever.
Have,
Yep.
Oh, I
I
know. I
met-
guess
so-
Haley and I have met.
yes,
yeah.
I met James
You guys.
once.
There you go. But this is the truth, is that this entire like connection and friendship was despite the not being in the same space. And so that was really crazy to me.
yeah.
And you're so right that Twilight was like a real I don't know, a real foundational experience for,
Yeah,
feeling
it was kind of
comfortable.
the perfect set of movies. For
It really
too,
was.
honestly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's so weird. It's also weird. Like I think that because like Haley, you were saying that you were like nervous. Like it's so weird to me how much doesn't come through on camera. And so then I think probably for the audience, like there will be movies that we watch where I'd be like, oh, that was like I hated that day because like it was really hot. Or like, dude, there are reactions we did in this location where the air conditioning didn't work in this room and we had freaking ice packs like on our
Yeah.
like underneath
On
the camera that we were like
Oh
holding
my gosh.
because it was so hot. But it was like none of that comes across. So it's funny to me,
Mhm.
like the discrepancy of like some people could watch this video and be like, that was my favorite video. And you'll be like, I felt really off that day. Like it just felt like a weird day and I was like in my head. Or there'll be other times where you're like, this was really funny. And you're like, I didn't say anything. Maybe that was kind of weird. I don't know. I just always think that's interesting. How like those don't really always line up.
Yeah.
But do you guys have like a favorite movie or set of movies or things that you guys remember watching? I mean, especially you, Nobu. I mean, like dude, I don't even want to know how many movies that you
I
watched
know,
for
and
the
so
first
many
time.
for the
Like
first time.
500, like something. I mean, it's got to be some crazy
Wow.
number.
Yeah, because of that, you're gonna have to give me some time to think about it real quick. You guys are gonna
I
have to go
think I can
first.
say what my favorite is, which is going to be kind of a cop out though, because I had seen it already,
What
and it
movie?
was showing you guys Muppet Christmas Carol for the
Oh.
first time.
Oh,
Such a good
Because
one.
it's like-
Christmas Carol's the best.
And I rewatched it this Christmas season. Of course, it's a yearly tradition, but like that being able to share something that was like such a huge part of my childhood with something that was like such a new part of my life felt like it made me so much more comfortable, and I felt like I was able to be myself during that video in a way that, you know, I wasn't quite ready to yet. And so like that was like, I loved watching that movie with you guys so much.
Oh,
Well, that's cool.
That is really cool. I do remember that reaction. That was a good.
Mhm.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, I remember being a little like, I was like, wait, what? Like Muppet? Like,
Muppets.
Well, yeah, because you go in with
Yeah,
preconceived
like-
notions. I know you guys don't want us to, but you do. Like, there are definitely movies you go and being like, "This is going to be garbage,"
Well,
and then
wasn't
it's
thinking
not.
that. I wasn't thinking it was gonna be
I was like
garbage.
going and being like Muppet Christmas Carol, like
I just wasn't sure like even what it was. I was like, wait, it's so because I didn't even know anything about like Muppets and stuff like that.
yeah, I
Mhm.
still don't.
No, but I remember that. That was cool.
That was a cool reaction. Yeah, I don't. The Jurassic Park movies were really fun.
Those
I
were
mean, obviously
fun.
Twilight. I still think actually Twilight are some of the best reactions that we
Yeah.
did together. Those movies were just perfectly amazing. But the Jurassic Park reactions were really fun. I don't know. I'm trying to think. It all blends together in your brain sometimes.
it really does. I like sometimes I will like look through, just like scroll on my phone through like the past videos, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was in this one. I watched that.
remember
I totally
watching that.
forgot. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I
There
don't
are some
know.
movies where the plot has like complete, like the movie Rampage.
Gone.
I
forgot that we
didn't
watched
remember
that,
we
straight
had
up.
seen
Oh
that.
yeah,
I didn't remember.
That's
And
what
so
it
then
was
someone
too.
was like, "Oh, you've seen it," and I was like, "I have."
I guess
What's
I
it
have.
about? What happened in it? I don't remember.
The Rock with a monkey, I think.
The Rock with a monkey,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard for me to find a favorite movie.
Some of the horror stuff that we did starting out was really fun.
Yeah.
I forgot about that whole phase. But those movies were really good. Like we hadn't seen like The Conjuring and stuff.
Oh,
And like
Those were a
looking back
time.
on camera, it doesn't look dark at all because I still don't really know a lot about lighting, but I like really didn't know anything about lighting. So it doesn't look like it's dark at all, but those movies were actually scary. We legitimately watched them in the dark.
Yeah. Even though they might not
Mhm.
look.
No,
like
it doesn't
the
look
dark,
like it at all, but it was like
We
really
were in the
and
dark.
really sketchy.
and that was fun. Yeah, horror movies are fun because I don't know. They added another element to it other than just a normal reaction. You know? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
And I'm a total like I'm pathetic, so I was screaming like a little girl the whole time. And so that's
Relatable.
funny too.
yeah.
Dude, I freaking remember. I remember someone came in the room during one of our horror movie reactions, and it stayed in the edit. So like there are all these people in the comments being like, "Oh my gosh, I got so freaked out when the door opened behind you in the middle of the video," and like all these people were scared of it.
Yeah, I still remember that Hill House episode.
Oh
my
There was that
gosh.
one scare.
Oh,
I was like,
dude,
whoa.
Oh.
Back.
Ugh. The Hill
Goodness.
House videos.
that was good.
Those I had to watch those by myself, alone in my house
know.
at night. Like
Bless.
it was
And Hereditary. You watched
You made me
Hereditary
watch Hereditary
alone.
by
The
myself.
first time I had seen that movie, I was alone. I wouldn't have slept for 3 weeks.
Oh, I slept with the
Oh,
lights
gosh.
on that night after I filmed it. The lights were on when I went to sleep because I said, absolutely not.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
gosh.
that movie was a lot.
Dude, there was one day, and I don't remember what it was. And it was back when we did like requests too, like for like specific movies. And I don't remember why, but we filmed, I want to say it was like 4 horror movies in one day. And I remember leaving and walking to my car and having this like amalgamation of like creepy dolls and like weird nuns
Oh,
Like, in my head, as I
wonder what
walked to
movies
my
you were
car,
watching.
and it was all like
Annabelle?
pitch black, and I was so freaked out. And I was like, "This is the worst thing ever. I hate this. This is terrifying."
Yeah, I was always like, all right, James, good luck out there.
Bye.
He calls on the
Good
door.
night.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'd say like dude, I can't pick a favorite. All of them are freaking good. Like, I just like watching these things and then noticing how many like references and little things that I'm missing all the time. Like, now I'm just like, oh, that was literally for that, or
Dude.
that was literally a moment from that movie. Like, there's so many things now that I notice.
It makes me laugh though too. I think it's cool because it was like you're so oblivious. Like we were in the theaters the other day and we saw we forget what we saw a trailer for, but you were like, "Who is that guy?" Like I freaking know him from something.
Yeah.
And it was like, "Oh yeah, he's the actor from this movie we just watched." Like
Yeah.
that's really cool because you just like never used to do that.
Yeah. I feel so much wiser.
Your pop culture knowledge has expanded.
Really.
expanded
I was doing
massively.
trivia night. We're all winning.
Okay,
Movie trivia.
literally though,
We're all
I like
winning.
This
my
is true.
like my family and I. We watch Jeopardy all the time. We love Jeopardy. We're a Jeopardy family, and I have noticed I can get so many more questions right because of this channel. Because I've
Movies
seen
and entertainment.
Yes,
Let's go. I
literally.
got all of them.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
And I will say a huge portion of that is because of fans too, because we don't learn everything while we're watching the movie.
Oh,
Like
no.
most of the info I get about a movie, I get after the video goes up and people are like, "Did you know this, that, this, that?" It's
Dude,
like
I
a
am
treasure trove of
stealing
knowledge.
those for parties, like all the time. Are you
All
kidding
those
me?
fun
You're like,
facts,
oh, guess this fun fact that I know. Like dropping it in a group of people. Like, oh, 100%.
Yeah, thanks to Gunslinger 737, you know?
I did not look up a single
Secretly.
thing about this movie ever. I just read the comments.
Sorry, hold on. I actually figured out one. I think Chernobyl was one of my most
Ooh.
favorite.
And I haven't seen that now, so I
That was a
gotta
good
go watch
reaction.
it.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I have
Wow.
not seen that.
Just like the science behind it and the fact that it's like from history. I don't know. I really enjoy stuff like that.
Yeah, I like
Mhm.
stuff you can kind of get into, like, and I think people liked that too. But it was always fun having like the like a serious thing that you could actually kind of like, I don't know. I like really like think about, like there are like Twilight movies which are like fun and you're kind of just like goofing around and like kind of making jokes and just like enjoying it. And then there's stuff like that or like Band of Brothers or even like Queen's Gambit or something where you can seriously go like, no, like these are what like real people do in real situations and it's not kind of clean or perfect or whatever. And you can like get into that. And I've always thought those reactions are really fun because I feel like you can really, some of those Daredevil reactions where it was like, oh, let's have a philosophy debate for
Oh,
like
yeah.
30 minutes post episode about like, what is this?
We got into so many debates after the reaction and those.
Bro, I know.
Mhm.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was just like, I don't know if anybody's watching these anymore, but yeah, those are crazy.
Haley?
Do you guys have any like, I guess,
Does Haley have
Like-
a favorite?
yeah, Haley, any favorite?
Oh,
movie?
I don't know, guys. This is too hard.
Well, you could do the
I
same.
mean-
you can say the same thing that Nobu did and be like, it's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
special.
I think it was really fun when we were doing, with Stella and I, we were doing The Conjuring and then the Insidious movies, and it was just like the Patrick Wilson cinematic universe. That was really fun.
It is the best. We all
Because
love
we
it.
all were simping for
I-
him. We love him.
Got the chance to see him in person actually
Oh,
this
what?
past year.
Oh my
I
Are
saw
you
him in
kidding
person.
me?
Yeah, and I will not like it was just, you know, I didn't get to meet him, obviously, nothing that cool, but like
Oh.
it was really cool that I was like, I'm like, there's like a niche audience of people online who know how much I love this man and all of his work. And now
Yeah,
here I am
yeah.
watching him play his little guitar that he played in The Conjuring. Ah!
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
really?
Wow.
It was lovely.
Wait, that's kind of
Kinda
amazing.
cool.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, no, those horror movies are fun. Do you guys have like a sort of, I don't know, takeaway or like learning experience from this whole
Oh, we're getting
thing?
Just
Philosophical?
one?
philosophical.
Get a little,
Just
get a
one?
little,
Wow.
little serious here.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
whoever
Someone
started,
else
go
go
ahead.
first. Someone else this time. I've gone first every other time.
James, like,
Yeah.
Okay. I should probably. I don't know. I have a lot. I feel like this entire thing was a learning, at least for me, was a learning experience as far as when it comes to like running a business or like a YouTube channel, I think there's a lot of like logistics that go on behind the scenes that people don't understand. And I'm not trying to be like, look at all these like great things I've done, but just like things you have to learn or figure out how to do or understand, like about like, oh, advertisers or like weird business thing or just like taxes. Like it's like I do 1099 taxes for a YouTube channel. So I just think honestly the whole thing was also it's really weird for me, like especially because like I feel like I was very young when we started. I don't know. I feel like you were a lot more mature than me. So it's also kind of just the whole like trajectory of the channel is a very weird experience as far as just kind of like properly growing up and being like, all right, like learning about stuff and like life, and this is how these things work, and this is how you kind of work in a group setting or work with people or I don't know. I honestly kind of think the whole thing was a really good learning experience, at least for me. And I feel like it was a very formative time. And so that's very unique, right? I think that you don't have like, I don't know, such high stakes, usually. And so it was like a lot more of like, you kind of learn the hard way, a lot of these things, but I think you come through having a lot better, like a perspective or like, just, I don't know. It was all sorts of stuff, all sorts of like social stuff or business stuff or YouTube stuff, and all of it sort of
Totally.
together, and a lot of storytelling. I mean, movie stuff, which was kind of cool. I think I stole all your guys. I stole all the possible answers.
No, I've got more actually. I have one that's a big one for me that I don't know. This is probably pretty generic actually, but like just realizing that like, so I mean, I am an actor and that's the goal. I would love to act. But that's very much like a skill, right? And it was so weird to start doing something where I literally all I had to do was be myself. It wasn't a skill. It wasn't the same as the arts where it was like, do you have this talent and this ability and whatever? And it was like, people will actually connect with you if you're just genuine and you enjoy what you're doing and you're having a good time. Like the people who are like you will find you, and people who aren't like you will find their people. Like it was so eye-opening because I've like a lot of people, I felt like a little bit of a weirdo growing up and, didn't always feel like I fit in. And so I think to realize that like it's not about finding the place where you fit in. It's about creating the place where you fit in.
Sure.
Was really cool. And so many people have said so many nice things that I've been like nonstop overwhelmed pretty much since I joined, because I just like did not imagine that people would connect with me if I didn't like, I don't know, have a talent to offer. If I was just being myself, I didn't realize that was something that, would be nice. And you guys made it so easy for me to be me that this never felt like a job. So that was, beautiful.
I do think it is a talent, to give everybody actually credit. I think it is like, no, because it's weird. It's like, no, I want to give you guys credit. Like, I think it's, you could say like, oh, turn on a camera and be yourself. But it's like, that's like being like, go to the high school party, honey, just be you. And it's like, but like easier said than done. And so I do think that like you guys are all really great at just like, I don't know, just like fun. It's very much the way I've explained it to other people is it's like a social situation. It's not fake, but it still does take like energy and kind of charisma and some like talent to be able to like find the joke or just like say a thing or kind of have the energy that's required to be on camera, even if it's for YouTube. But it's not disingenuous. It's just kind of what comes along with the territory. So I think you guys are all very talented when it comes to that.
Thank you.
I don't know. Any other takeaways?
Wow, this is a lot. Yeah. I mean, I guess similar to James, like this, I totally agree. This is like a super unique situation that I never thought I would be in. I feel like everybody, you think about doing YouTube occasionally, especially people who are around our age. Like we all, you think about it, but it's a lot of work. And I'd never thought like this is something I never would have done by myself. And so like the fact that I got to do this is so cool. Like it's so cool. I feel like, when I first started working for you guys, I literally was like a little bit starstruck, not gonna lie, because I had been watching you guys for like over a year. I was like, you know, I was in your Patreon. I was paying you guys for your content. And then it was so strange for me because I'm super big on parasocial relationships. I care about all the celebrities. That like a parasocial relationship turned into like a real friendship. Like that, that is crazy to me. And I still like, you know, if I really sit and think about it, I'm like, this is nuts. What we do is crazy. Like, we just like sit in front of a camera for a few hours and then hundreds of thousands of people watch it. That is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, when you put it that way.
Like,
it is kind of crazy.
It is insane. It is. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of this stuff has already been said as far as like, you know, some of the more like learning things about like the channel. I mean, I haven't done as much, I feel like, as some of the other people in the group. As far as, you know, like taking care of the channel and whatnot. I'm a little more hands off, I'd say. And
big celebrity talents, got a trailer.
But
craft services, only the green
Gets his
M&Ms.
call sheet every morning. Be on set at this time.
I feel like I haven't, you know, learned as much from taking care of the channel and stuff like that on that side. But I feel like as far as like being in front of a camera and all that, one of the big things I can kind of take away is that I feel, you know, at first it's very kind of like, you know, nervous and, you know, I'm all, you know, whatever. But after a while, you know, of getting used to it, it's easier to like act normal in front of a camera than it is like in public, you know? Like, I'm like a wreck in public, bro.
Oh.
But like,
Social
yeah,
anxiety.
I can act a little more freely in front of the camera, you know? And it's crazy because then you start to think about it. I start to get more nervous. The amount of people that are actually watching.
We gotta finish. Nobody cares.
No, but that's one thing I don't know that I kind of like learned. And honestly, I learned a lot about like stuff from the movies and the people like telling me stuff about movies, you know, like about history. And I started to get more into learning about, you know, like historical events, like things that happened in war or even stuff like Chernobyl. Like
Christopher Lee. I mean,
yeah, that I'm a lot more interested in stuff like that now because of people telling me things. You know, after a movie, I'll go, you know, read up on certain events. And I feel like I've gotten more knowledgeable on that side as well, which is cool. But yeah. And, you know, of course, all the other stuff that like I feel like James has said on a much smaller scale.
oh man. What did I put as the last thing? Yeah. Okay. I guess, do you guys want to give like a final sort of message each?
Oh my gosh.
I can't say enough. There's no
Sorry.
way to say enough.
I
There's
know.
no way to say enough.
Honestly.
There's no way to segue into that, but I don't know. I just felt like that was right.
Thank you. I think we should just all go
Yeah,
around. Everyone just go
honestly.
around and say thank you.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that comes to mind.
No,
Yeah.
seriously. Like, especially when you're saying that, Haley,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, this is like the most, like, we're so incredibly lucky
Mm-hmm.
to just be able to like sit and watch movies.
Yeah,
For
to
a
have
job.
each other, to have, you know, all our fans. It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
that we're so lucky. And I'm so lucky.
No, I agree. Oh, that's weird.
I'm trying to think of what else to say. I actually, even though this is like a kind of, it feels like a little bit like an end to something.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been doing this for, you know, a fairly long time.
Yeah.
I actually don't feel like that sad, because I don't know. I just feel very, very grateful because, you know, you look around and you're like, oh, you always think, like, you know, Haley and Stella were saying, you always want to like be a YouTuber, or a lot of people want to be a YouTuber. And we somehow did, you know?
Yeah.
And of course, you know, it comes to our like skill and stuff like that at times, right?
But it's also pure luck.
But like a lot of it is thanks to just,
no.
yeah, like luck and people willing to give their time to us. And I'm just super thankful. Like I don't think I really, did anything. Just sat here, watched movies, but I was just lucky enough to be in this position, I guess. So thanks, like everyone, you guys too. I'm really thankful.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, it's weird. It's weird because it's like, especially with reactions, I feel like it's very much I don't know. It's kind of like, I mean, yeah, you're fans of the movies, but it's also like the people who are like, especially some of these people who've been around for years and years are being like, oh, I love the things that you say and that they're so insightful and it's like, that's crazy. I don't think that feels incredibly undeserved. And it isn't possible without people, especially with reaction channels. It's like none of this is not possible without people to watch it. This is not something that you could do in any other way without patrons and subscribers and any of these sorts of things. Yeah, and I agree. I mean, I feel sad about it, I think, but it's not like a bad thing. I think it just I think it just feels right, and I think it's really cool to be able to. I don't know. There's so many things on the internet that end badly. Just in a messy way or just in an imperfect way, whatever it is, whether it's like, oh, scandal, like terrible, even just to the like, oh, you disappear and then you try to come back and then it's like, what? And so to be able to do this with like everybody and to do a video like this and to have stuff and do it right, at least for me, is very like, I think it's cool. It feels like, I don't know. It's great to have a moment to say thank you to everyone and to give everybody kind of like the closure and the ending they deserve, I suppose. So yeah, I mean, thank you, of course. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, what's to say that what to say what hasn't already been said, like I feel so lucky that I've been able to be a part of this. I kind of in my head have been comparing the end of the channel to like the finale of your favorite TV show where, you're kind of sad because it's over, but you also feel so lucky that it happened and that you have
they didn't
something.
Like screw it up and recast people.
Yeah. And like, happy that, I had something so good that I that I feel kind of sad that it's ending, Yeah. And yeah, I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for all of you here in this chat. And I'm thankful for, of course, everybody who's been watching us. I can't believe it. I can't believe you want to watch me, but thank you.
Oh my goodness.
I'm starting to feel a little sad.
I've just said thank you. Yeah, no, okay. We're not gonna like lean into the sadness.
We're trying not to. It's weird.
We're trying.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about it until we started filming.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It feels a little bit like saying goodbye to a family, kind of. Like you're happy to go off and do new things. But you're not gonna forget. And that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these freaking people coming out of the woodworks, like dude, the last video being like, oh, never commented on a video before, like 8,000 new people, but now we're gonna tell you. It's like, oh, well, jeez,
yeah,
I didn't realize.
That's crazy. Well, this is not a complete goodbye though. Like,
No,
you know what I'm saying? It's not like we're
no, it's not.
just
It's
like
not like
leaving everyone,
we're, like,
leaving the
Earth
internet.
forever.
It's like gone. Like,
Bye.
Yeah, you
can still still around, we're still find here.
us.
Yeah, I guess that is a good segue. Yeah, no, I mean, like, look, we're all going to be doing stuff, and so I guess you guys should just tell everybody what you're going to be doing.
I
can't go first, or it's just going to be like I'm evil again.
So the goal is Haley and I are hopefully planning on launching our own channel to kind of do a similar type of thing, but maybe a little bit different and a little more, casual. And there's no official announcement with a name or anything. The channel has not been launched yet.
It might be by the time this video comes out because we're filming.
It might be by the time this video comes out.
It
That's
will
true.
be linked. Something will be linked.
Awesome. And so people absolutely just like keep your eyes peeled. If it's something you're interested in, keep a lookout because the announcement is coming. Yeah. Do you have anything you want to say?
I mean, you
Go
kind of
subscribe to whatever the YouTube channel
kinda
is.
said
Go.
it all. Yeah, you can still find both Stella and I on our Instagrams. When there is something to announce, it'll definitely be on there as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep your eyes peeled.
As far as me, or I don't know what the correct grammar is there, but I believe I am taking over the anime channel.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
what-
know if it will be renamed at this point or
Yeah.
not. Once again, this
I'm-
is weird. We're filming this in the future.
Yeah, it'll probably be more clear when the video gets
It will
posted.
be linked.
Yeah. But I believe I'm going to be doing that not in a same kind of like in a more casual manner. I feel like just kind of like in my own time, just when I feel like posting stuff and all that, I feel like I'll be doing stuff on there. And then I don't have a social media currently, but I feel like I will. Yeah, I think I will. I'll get one up and running. Probably before this video gets posted, so it'll probably be linked in the description, just to let people know kind of like what I'm up to and stuff. But yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna be probably along the internet a lot less, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of writing stuff. So I have like the Storytellers Guild or whatever, and the whole website that will be linked below. And there's an email list, or just kind of like the writing community aspect, or the YouTube channel of that, just with like book reviews and different things like that. And then hopefully, if I can figure it out enough, there should be like a pre-sale link to my book, which is coming out next year. So
And
I don't know.
And then your book will be turned into a movie, and Haley and
And
we
we'll
will
react to it,
yes.
watch your movie.
full circle, baby.
Yeah, everything comes back
That's kind
together.
of crazy.
Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. No, so I mean, yeah, obviously, if you want to check that out, that would be like incredible. But I don't want to. I feel weird being like putting
push
pressure.
it.
All good.
So yeah, I mean, I guess just thank you all for watching and liking and subscribing and commenting and saying sweet things. Don't have to stop. You can still keep commenting. No. If you said it, you can say it again. Not gonna hurt anybody here. And yeah. I mean, look, we'll have a final video up, but we wanted to kind of do a proper goodbye to you all, and just like I said, I mean, I think everybody agrees, like just kind of an overwhelming like thanks. Because this is just entirely not possible without you guys. So thank you all for this incredible journey. The channel's not going anywhere, so you can revisit videos, and feel free to follow us where we go in the future, which will all be linked in the description down below. All right, thank you. Bye. I don't know.
Goodbye.
Full length versions on the Patreon. I don't know.